I saw these on the group. Guy was getting rid of a transmission and rear axle, and it was just horribly rusted. And I noticed he had some axle bushing housings on there that might be able to be saved, and hubs are hard to come by, so I'm going to see if I can save these. Try to get all the rust out of them, get that axle out of them. I don't have a clue what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see if we can make some decent parts out of these, because they're kind of tough to find, and the originals are not out there. You can buy aftermarket from Bob, but they're not the originals. So I'm kind of a weirdo about originality. So I'm going to try to save these, and let's see what happens. I'm going to soak them in oil, probably about a week, and then see if I can push that axle out of them. And if I can't, I'll have to come up with a plan. Stand by. All right, I let these sit overnight, and the bushings are free. Nice. Both sides are broken loose. So now what I'm going to do is take a file, clean this up real good, and see if I can get those slid off of there and go from there. All right, next order of business. I'll probably try to push the shaft out of these, and if it doesn't move, I'll just keep soaking it. Maybe for a couple more days, but just over one night I ended up getting the bushings off. So we'll see how that goes, and I'm expecting the one with the bushings, the right rear, will break loose a lot easier than the one with the key shaft in it. That one's probably pretty bad. So we'll see how it goes and keep you posted. All right, cleaned up on the wire wheel. In good shape, ready for sandblasting. I'll get these out of here. I'll press the old bushings out, and we'll get them in the sandblaster. Now these threaded-in oil cups are ungodly expensive, so I'm going to drill these out to put press in, and they're a little bit cheaper. So let's get that done before we sandblast. Paint is dry, so let's get these new bronze inserts in there. All right, now we're going to go over to the honing machine, and the honing machine is a mandrel with stones on it, and we'll put that on there, and that stone will rotate around in there, put some pressure on there, and it will lightly grind out material until they fit perfectly on the axle. So let's go get them to size. Our bushing will be put on here. You can see there's a stone in there that will rotate, and we'll bring these out and open them up until they fit. I have a piece of axle shaft that I use, and you can see that they don't quite go on there yet. And I buy them that way on purpose because I want to bring them to size. I don't want the manufacturer guessing what I need. I want to make them real nice. If you don't have a piece, if you don't have a $500 micrometer, then you can do it a little bit here. And you can buy these without the whole machine. You can buy a mandrel, or you can just run a reamer through it and ream them out. And then test them on your axle. If you're going to hone them like I do, you could test them on your axle. I just buy this because I don't want to run back and forth. Okay, now you can see I have a beautiful fit, and they spin really nice on there, but you cannot rock them. There's no wiggle in them at all, and they move very, very easily. So that, I think, is a perfect fit. So let's get the other one done. We're all honed up to size. Ready for some oil cups. These are just some press-in 1/4-inch oil cups that I get online. They're made in the Asian countries, you know what I mean. So we'll get those pressed in. All right, now we can see we've got a pair. If the oil cups are facing the same way, they should be on opposite ends. These are the way they would actually go on your car. And you want the cap to flip up so you can get to it from the back of the car. Easier to get oil in there. But we've essentially saved these from the dump. The previous owner was just going to scrap them. So I figured I would offer him a few bucks. He sent them to me in the mail, and they're good. Now you can see a little bit of wear and tear on the top of this one, but that's really not a big deal. I've seen way worse, and I would have no problem putting it on my car. So these have gone from junk to reusable, and parts being short, I mean, these are valuable. So let's not throw all them good rusty gold parts away, and we'll get them fixed up and on somebody else's car.